A Parent's Guide to University. This presentation will cover how to choose a course and university, the UCAS application process, and how you can help your son or daughter. The first thing for your son or daughter to consider is the course itself. The best place to start looking is the UCAS website, as this has every course and every university in its database. There are several things to take into account when deciding which course to choose, such as, do they want to continue studying something familiar or something brand new? If they have a specific career in mind, do they need to choose a vocational course to be able to achieve this goal? When looking at entry requirements, they should be realistic in their choices, matching predicted grades approximately to course entry requirements. Some courses allow students to study 1, 2, or sometimes even 3 subjects alongside each other, which might be a good choice if they want to leave their future options open. A big selling point of a university course might be whether it offers a placement year. As competition grows for graduate jobs, those students who have undertaken a placement year in industry may find themselves in a better position than those who didn't, as it helps provide the skills and experience employers are looking for. Course comparison sites such as discoveruni.gov.uk can be useful when making decisions. Details such as student satisfaction, retention rates on the course, and graduate earnings are all available to view. A typical day can vary at university depending on the course your son or daughter chooses. A creative subject such as art and design will mean lots of time spent in the studio, whereas a subject like English will include more traditional lectures and seminars with a lot of reading in their own time. But common among all courses is that, compared to school or college, they will be expected to do a lot of work in their own time, whether that's in the library, in science labs, or design studios. Even if their subject doesn't involve a lot of contact hours, they will be expected to work full-time hours with independent study. Once your son or daughter has decided on the course, the next decision is where to study. Again, there is a lot of choice out there, so it is important for them to start doing their research in good time. The first thing they need to decide is if they want to stay at home and commute to university, or if they want to move away from home. There are lots of pros and cons for both, so it really comes down to personal choice. Not all universities are the same in terms of size, location, and facilities. Where one university might have 2,000 students, another might have 40,000, which will offer a very different environment. As well as the location and size of the university, they should also research the type of facilities offered, how they are taught, and specific support available. They might also want to know more about the social side of university life and what activities and entertainment is available. University offers a lot more than just the course. The social life and services offered by each university might be the deciding factor for your son or daughter when making their decision. Things to consider might include: what careers advice and guidance is available? Does the university have a faith centre? What disability support is provided? And does the university have an on-site GP surgery? Your son or daughter will make their university application through UCAS, which stands for the Universities and Colleges Admissions Service. They host an online application portal for undergraduate courses at all mainstream UK universities, and there is a fee payable for their services, £20 to apply for one course and £26 for 2 to 5 courses. The online application form includes sections for personal details, student finance, up to 5 course choices, qualifications, personal statement, and a referee's statement. Once the application is submitted, it will be sent to universities, who will decide whether to make an offer of a place on their course. This may be a simple offer based on grades, or an invite to interview or audition, or to submit a portfolio. Once your son or daughter has received offers or rejections from all of their choices, they will need to select a firm and insurance choice. The firm choice is their first choice, the place they most want to go. If they accept an offer and meet the conditions, they will have a confirmed place there. The insurance choice is the choice they would want if they don't meet the conditions of their firm choice. Ideally, it should have slightly lower entry requirements than the firm choice. Your son or daughter might receive 2 different types of offer from a university: conditional or unconditional. A conditional offer means guaranteed place on the course if certain criteria are met, such as minimum entry grades at A-level or BTEC, or an additional qualification, for example, a musical instrument grade. They will receive confirmation of their place on the course on achieving the requirements of the offer, usually on results day. An unconditional offer means that they are guaranteed a place on the course based on qualification and experience they already have. Some universities will offer unconditional places if they have seen your son or daughter at interview or audition. Others will make unconditional offers without meeting them, on the condition that your son or daughter make them their firm choice. They should make their decision based on the course and university that is right for them. Year 12 is the perfect time for your son or daughter to start doing their research into university, or even earlier. It's never too early to start planning. It can be a bit daunting for them to make a start, but by going onto the UCAS website, this should hopefully narrow down their choices. Once they have reduced their potential choices down, attending open days and fairs is a good place to go next. During the current COVID crisis, they are either being postponed or being delivered online, but there is still a wealth of information out there, such as online prospectuses, fact sheets, and the opportunity to ask current university students questions online. It's also a good idea for them to talk to people about university, including friends, family, teachers, and careers advisors, in order to get a variety of options. You know your son or daughter better than anyone, so you may have an idea of how you can help them through this decision. However, a few ideas might include visiting open days with them, checking accommodation contracts before they sign up, and letting them know if you might be able to help financially. Financial help doesn't necessarily mean a cash allowance. It might be that you help with supermarket shopping or pay for their mobile phone. Obviously, the decision lies with you, but it would be useful to have that conversation with them beforehand so they know to expect, or not, any financial support that you can give them. Also, be prepared for homesickness if they move away from home. It's quite common in the first term, but it usually passes quickly, and there is lots of pastoral support available. So, to finish, please remind your son or daughter of deadlines. UCAS and finance deadlines are the key dates they need to remember, as they won't want to be the only student without their student finance at the beginning of term as they forget to submit their application on time. If they're not sure if university is right for them at the moment, just remind them that providing they get their A-level, BTEC or equivalent qualifications, they can go to university anytime, whether that's choosing to take a gap year or maybe even a few years. Going to university can be a big life change for the whole family, including parents, siblings, and the student themselves. Just remember, there's lots of guidance and support available throughout. We have a dedicated webpage for parents and carers, which can be found at hud.ac/PIE.